Wow, it's already time for this again? Hello, and welcome to my very late Top 20 of 2022 video. I really have not been on top of the movies this year, and I got a bit caught up this last month, but before that, there wasn't anything I really felt like I needed to talk about. But I've decided near the end of January that I in fact do want to talk about these, so here we are. 2022 movie-wise, a little less good than the previous year, but 2022 had its moments, and I will share those moments with you now. Because I'm lazy, this year I'm only talking in depth-ish about my top 15, but I'll briefly touch on 16 to 20 as honorable mentions, which include... I'm usually not the biggest Pixar fan, but I thought this was really cute, and I love the animation. Did I fall for the bait that was Disney appearing self-aware? A little. However, Akiva Schaffer is one of Hollywood's greatest auteurs, and he is the guy ever. Also Steve Zissou cameo. Did anyone see this? I think I know one other person who did. Linklater goes full Linklater, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really liked the animation and the many monkeys references. It seems I didn't like this as much as others did, but I really enjoyed Paul Mescal's performance, as well as Tender by Blur. Wish I had more to say. If you haven't seen this, you definitely should. I really like Gerard Carmichael. I think he's a great director. Really excited to see his future endeavors in the medium. Okay, now for the real deal, starting at number 15 with... This was one of my most anticipated of the year. Not only do I love Weird Al, but I also hate most music biopics. I'd say most of this was really funny. I really liked the pool scene with all of the cameos and the Doors movie parody. However, I wasn't a massive fan of the second half of the movie. I know it was supposed to be diving deeper and deeper into absurdity throughout the movie, but I just didn't think that aspect was very funny compared to the first half, which is why this was unfortunately lower than first place. This is a strange choice for me to have this high, as this isn't really my kind of movie, and usually I'd tune out in the first 10 minutes, but I was really engaged throughout the whole thing, and I just really like Zoe Kazan and Carey Mulligan, especially in these roles. Overall, good movie, yeah. I had a hard time focusing when I started this, but quickly Blanchett's performance had my eyes permanently glued to the screen. Her portrayal of Lydia Tarr feels so subtly over the top and comical, while still being very realistic. Guys, I just like to have a blast, and I very much had a blast watching Bullet Train. I thought it was very stylish and a bit Edgar Wright-ish in its cinematography and comedic moments. I love Aaron Taylor Johnson, and I loved him in this. I'd really like to see a spin-off origin story of Lemon and Tangerine. What's better than this? Just guys being dudes. Like After Sun, I don't know if I liked this as much as other people did, but I thought everyone was excellent in it, and it is easily the most upsetting comedy I've ever seen. Seriously, I didn't think you could feel so empty after laughing so much. Love you, Jenny. What? Stella has a superhero movie this high up? Is it because of Paul Dano? A little, but also I just think it's a good movie, and I would definitely watch it again, which is something I can't say about most superhero movies I've seen. Score is just awesome, characters look cool, what more can I say? I don't think I can really say anything that hasn't been said about this movie. I get the Daniel shtick, but I personally can never decide if it's my thing or not. Like, I've watched Swiss Army Man multiple times and still can't decide if it's something I like or not. However, this is a really good movie. My favorite aspects were Joy/Jovu's costume and makeup, as well as the editing. Definitely something I'm gonna watch again soon. Another one of my most anticipated of the year. I know a lot of people find Cooper Raife's shtick to be grating, but that man has successfully charmed me with whatever evil scheme he's unfolding. I really like the character of Andrew and find many aspects of him relatable. I also really love Lola and Vanessa Burkhart's portrayal of her. I really hope to see her in more stuff soon. This is just the feel-good, charming indie film that I need on my list every year. wasn't a massive fan of X, so I had no idea why I was so intrigued by the idea of Pearl. All I knew is I wanted to see it immediately, and it did not disappoint. I had an amazing time. I really liked this movie. After my viewing, I rewatched X and liked it a lot more with the context of this movie. The power of Pearl. I don't think anyone saw this movie, however, and I know I've said this a lot, this was my most anticipated for 2022. I mean, come on, it's like if Sing, the greatest film of all time, was an LA crime drama and Sam Rockwell and Richard Ayoade were in it. Maybe I've put this at too high of a position just to compensate for the amount I hyped it up, but I really loved this movie. I loved the color palette and the character design, and yeah, I don't have much else to say about the bad guys, I just liked it a lot. What is a Stella Top 20 list without some music documentary? This was such a delight to both my eyes and my ears. I'm endlessly inspired by David's art and also his philosophies on life, and this was a perfect representation of all of that. It's less of a documentary in the traditional sense and more of an art piece, something you'd see projected in a gallery, and I really liked that. This could have possibly been my number one this year if they shaved at least 30 minutes off the runtime, as it does get a little repetitive at a point, but I just found this movie really inspiring as an artist myself. But yeah, highly recommend this to anyone. I keep changing my placement of Glass Onion, because I still can't figure out if I love this movie or not, but I had such a fun time watching it, it really deserves to be up this high. I think Rian Johnson is the most in-touch director when it comes to current events, and it really shows in this movie. And music, oh my goodness, let's talk music. This movie has a rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust motif that I'd like to analyze deeper and act smart, but I don't want to right now. The score is just awesome. I think I might like it more than Knives Out, and of course, the moment I was waiting for, the final needle drop of the movie's title track, Glass Onion, of course, possibly my favorite song off the White Album. Incredible. Rian Johnson invented movies. I don't have much thoughtful things to say about this movie. It was just 150 minutes of pure joy, and I cried more watching this than I did anything else this year. I thought everyone was great in this, and seeing Seth Rogen and Paul Dano together in a movie was a dream come true. Seeing this in IMAX, I'm sure contributed to the experience, but I absolutely love this movie. No one's doing it like Jordan Peele. I love the opening so much. I find the Gordy story such an intriguing aspect of the film, and the whole structure of the movie is very inspiring to me. I'm not one to care about the awards, but it makes me sad that this movie and its performances will probably not get much awards recognition. After my theater experience, I couldn't wait to see Nope again. I just really liked it a lot. And the moment you've maybe been waiting for, my number one, the Stella Perry Channel Award goes to... Now, I think there are a lot of aspects of Babylon I didn't like and would probably warrant a lower ranking, such as the pacing and some of the storytelling choices. However, the parts I loved, I love, which almost erases any criticism. A lot of people are comparing this movie to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is a movie I've made my whole personality for the last 3 years. And though I think it's meant to be a criticism, I do agree with the comparisons, as it shares some of the structure and storytelling aspects that I love in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I haven't even mentioned the score. That score, oh my god. I've been playing the entire album over and over since I saw the movie. For me, the parts I love gave me more joy than most of the other movies I saw from this year, and that's what I value most over technical, quote, goodness. I stepped out of the theater and for days couldn't stop thinking about it, and that staying power to me is why this is number one. Thanks for watching. I'm a little self-conscious about this list because I think it's a bit of a weird one compared to some of the others, and I know I'm missing a lot, I just haven't seen anything. So hopefully you enjoyed what I had to say. Hope your new year is going well, and see ya.